So do you want to get the clap?
Okay. Oh, if you insist.
All right.
3, 2, 1.
For he's a jolly Othello, for he's a jolly Othello. For he's a jolly Othello, they're all gonna fucking die. So fucking stupid. The Thickheads.
Welcome, everyone.
Yeah, the Thickheads are back. Here we are. Today we're doing a reading of the Tragedy of Othello, or the Moor of Venice, by Big Billy Shakes. And we haven't read this in probably 3 years or so. We studied it, James and I, at school. We studied it for A-level. We both got C's, didn't we? Yeah.
That's the part where we edit out, right?
Yeah. So we'll see how we go. But I'm excited.
Just to give even more context to that, because our teacher thought I was going to fail that badly, he actually shook my hand when I got a C.
Yeah, I mean, does
he
that
thought I was
reflect
gonna
badly on him? If you've by some miracle hear this, I can't say his name, but he knows who he is. If you hear this, sir,
MC,
we love you and we hope you're well.
Yes.
Should we get
Indeed we
going?
do.
Would you like to be Rodrigo or Iago in this first scene?
And I just want to say tush, so I'll be Rodrigo.
Okay, go on.
Act 1, Scene 1, Venice, a street. Enter Rodrigo and Iago, and I'll be playing Rodrigo. Tush, never tell me. I take it much unkindly that thou, Iago, who hast had my purse as if the strings were thine, shouldst know of this.
Splud, but you will not hear of me. If I ever did dream of such a matter, abhor me.
Thou toldst me thou didst hold him in thy haste.
Despise me if I do not. 3 great ones of the city, in personal suit to make me his lieutenant, off-capped to him, and by the faith of man I know my price. I am worth no worse a place. But he, as loving as his own pride and purposes, evades them with a bombast circumstance. Me's are going to be a bombast, general. Horribly stuffed with epithets of war. None suits my mediators for certes, he says. I have already chose my officer. And what was he? Forsooth, a great arithmetician. One Michael Cassio, a Florentine, a fellow almost damned in a fair while, that never set a squadron on the field, nor the division of a battle knows, more than a spinster, unless the bookish theoric wherein the togaed consuls can propose, as masterly as he. I think he doesn't like him. Are you getting that vibe?
He's not really a fan.
Mere prattle without practice is all his soldiership. But he, sir, had the lection. I, of whom his eyes had seen the proof at Rhodes, at Cyprus, and on other grounds, christened and heathen, must be belied and calmed by debitor and creditor, this countercaster. He in good time must his lieutenant be, and I, God bless the mark, his moorship's ensign.
You know how you said by debitor and creditor? Do you think that was like the origins of debit or credit?
Yes, I think that in 1568 or whatever, Shakespeare, when writing Othello, was like preempted the invention of debit and credit cards as a method of payment.
It was like, yeah, man, that's woke.
Just imagine Iago working as like a at the checkout desk. Debitor or creditor?
I can see him in like a call center with like his own kind of plot to like just overthrow the entire monastery, and he's just sitting there, and he just has his own monologue to himself. And he's just like talking about his darkest desires, and it's just says tech support. It's just some granny.
Your computer is broken. Tush.
Oh god, yes. Right. Seeing as you're doing a voice, I'm gonna do a voice as well.
Okay, cool. I just want to make the characters different.
Yeah. By heaven, I rather would have been his hangman.
That's a perfect voice for Rodrigo. Oh my god.
Isn't it? Yeah.
Why, there's no remedy. 'Tis the curse of service. Preferment goes by letter and affection, and not by old graduation, where each second stood heir to the first. Now, sir, be judge yourself, whether I in any just term are afined to love the Moor.
I would not follow him then.
Oh, sir, content you. I follow him to serve my turn upon him. We cannot all be masters, nor all masters cannot be truly followed. You shall mark many a duteous and knee-crooking knave, that, doting on his own obsequious bondage, wears out his time much like his master's ass, for naught but provender, and when he's old, cashiered. Cashiered, there we go! He's a cashier. Debitor or creditor? Whip me such honest knaves. Others... Whip me such honest knaves. Others there who are trimmed in forms and visages of duty, keep yet their hearts attending on themselves, and throwing but shows of service to their lords, do well thrive by them, and when they have lined their coats, do themselves homage. These fellows have some soul, and such a one do I profess myself, for, sir, it is as sure as you are Rodrigo, were the Moor the Moor. Dude, he fucking speaks in tongues. It's so hard. It is as sure as you are Rodrigo. Were I the Moor, I would not be Iago. In following him, I follow but myself. Trust nobody, not even yourself. God is my judge, not I for love and duty. But seeming so for my peculiar end. For when my outward action doth demonstrate the native act and figure of my heart in complement extern, 'tis not long after but I will wear my heart upon my sleeve for doors to peck at. I am not what I am.
What a full fortune does the thick lips owe if he can carry...
just... What full fortune does the thick lips own? My god.
I think that's a premonition for the conception of the Thickheads.
Oh yeah, that's it. Here we go. We definitely can't change our names to the Thick Lips though.
I think there might be slight
issues
about that. Slight.
Call up her father, rouse him, arouse him, make after him, poison his delight, proclaim him in the streets, incense her kinsman, and and though he in a fertile climate dwell, plague him with flies. Though that his joy be joy, yet throw such chances of vexation on, as it may lose some colour.
Here is her father's house, I'll call aloud.
Do with like timorous accent and dire yell, as when by night and negligence the fire is spied on populous cities.
What habitation took me within your wall?
Awake, what ho, Brabrancio! Thieves, thieves! Look to your house, your daughter and your bags! Thieves, thieves! Do you want to be Brabrancio?
Oh yeah, sure. What is the reason of this terrible summons? What is the matter there? Signor, is all your family within?
Are your doors locked?
Why? Wherefore ask you this?
Swoon, sir, you are robbed. For shame, put on your...
You didn't even say zounds. Zounds was the word.
Oh, it says swoons in my version.
Oh, I've got zounds.
Oh, shall I redo it and say zounds? And we'll pretend this didn't happen. Zounds, sir, you're robbed.
Yeah, that's it.
For shame, put on your gown. Your heart is burst. You have lost half your soul. Even now, very now, such wow, very now, an old black ram is tupping your white ewe. Arise, arise. Awake the snorting citizens with the bell, or else the devil will make a grandsire of you. Arise, I say.
Oh god, it still gets me that old black ram is tapping your white ewe.
It's such a...
It gets me every time.
It's really good writing, but it just sounds so stupid.
Yeah. Oh god, it's too... what's the word? It's too... You know when it's just too vivid? Like, all I can actually see is just goat sex.
I think you should close that tab on your browser.
Wait, you mean I'm sharing my screen? Are you winning, son? Those are my favourites.
Imagine your parents walking in on you watching goat porn. That would be bad. Anyway.
God.
Let's continue.
What? Have you lost your wits? He's changed.
Has he?
Oh. Most Reverend Signor, do you know my voice? Not I, what are you? My name is Roderigo. The worse a welcome. I have charged thee not to haunt above my doors. In honest plainness thou hast heard me say my daughter is not for thee. And now in madness, being full of supper and distempering draughts, upon my malicious bravery, dost thou come to start my quiet? Sir, but thou must needs be sure. My spirit and my place have in them power to make this bitter to thee. Patience, good sir. What tellest me thou of robbing? This is Venice, my castle's not a grange. Most grave Brabantio, in simple and pure soul I come to you.
Zounds, sir! You are one of those that will not serve God if the devil bid you, because we come to do your service, and you think we are ruffians. You'll have your daughter covered with a Barbary horse. You'll have your nephews neigh to you. You'll have courses for cousins and jennets for Germans. What the fuck does that mean, Iago?
I don't know, but it just doesn't sound nice.
It's so satisfying to say. Neighbours day to you, courses for cousins, jennets for Germans. Oh, fuck yeah. Even if it is.
I'd feel very
racist.
sexy delivering that.
Oh, I want to play Iago so bad. It'd be so cool.
What profane wretch art thou?
I am one, sir, that comes to tell you your daughter and the Moor are making the beast with two backs. From this day forward, I will never again refer to it as sex. And I will only refer to it as... Don't come in, I'm making the beast with two backs.
Oh god, I feel like that would stop people coming in quicker than saying that you're having sex. Because you just don't want to know.
Even if you don't clock straight away that that's what it means, you're like, I can't.
Nah, man, not my scene.
I'm good.
Have I told you about when I was still with a girl, and there was this one time we were just doing the do as you do.
Oh, do you mean redacted? That'll be beeped out for you at home.
Yes.
What was her full address?
No, I meant your mom. Also beep that out. Yeah. But yeah, like there was one time, having a good old time, and there's a knock at the door, and the door just flings open, which is obviously not what you want to happen. And had they actually like walked in, it would have been redacted. Walking in and just seeing my bare ass and just everything, like you would have seen absolutely everything. So I just go, we're fucking in the most pathetic voice.
We're fucking.
And she went, oh. And I was right behind her as well.
Yeah, she was.
Like, okay. Yeah, she was. She was right behind me. But, God, yeah, that was
oh my God, you're making so much editing
and,
for me, dude. I'm
Goodness. All right. Oh, yeah. Thou art a villain.
You are a senator.
This thou shalt answer. I know thee, Rodrigo. Here we go. Sir, I will answer anything, but I beseech you, it be your pleasure and most wise content, as partly I find it is that your fair daughter, at this odd even and dull watch o' the night, transported with no worse nor better guard, but with a knave of common hire, a gondolia, to the gross clasps of a lascivious, I think?
I think it's lascivious.
Yes. Lascivious Moor. If
That
this
sounds
be
like that's a
known
Harry
to
Potter.
you in your
Lascivious
allowance...
Moor there's no way that's not a Harry Potter character.
Lascivious Moor. If this be known to you in your allowance, we then have done you bold and saucy wrongs.
Oh, baby, do bold and saucy wrongs with me.
That's going to be arranged. My manners tell me we have your wrong rebuke. Do not believe that from the sense of all civility I thus would play and trifle with your reverence. Your daughter, if you have not given her leave, I say again, hath make a gross revolt, tying her beauty, sleeping, PPT. I tried to make a rhyme. What rhymes with beauty?
You could have said Sleeping Beauty. Like
The last word you said was beauty. Yes, it rhymes. Oh God, that was bad.
Beauty, sleeping. What did you say?
Booty. I don't know. Oh, I don't even want to know. Wit and fortunes. Oh, fuck, that hurt. In an extravagant and wheeling stranger of here and everywhere. Straight satisfy yourself, if she be in her chamber or your house, let loose on me the justice of the state, for thus deluding you. Strike on the tinder, ho! Give me a taper! Call up all my... Oh wait, sorry, it's exclamation marks. Strike on the tinder, ho! Give me a taper! Call up all my people! This accident is not unlike my dream. Belief of it depresses me already. Load, I say! Load!
Strike on the Tinder, ho. Me when I get a match.
Another reference? Oh, God.
Farewell, for I must leave you. It seems not meet nor wholesome to my place to be produced, as if I stay I shall against the Moor, for I do know the state. However, this may gall him with some check, cannot with safety cast him, for he's embarked with such loud reason to the Cyprus wars, which even now stands in act, that for their souls another of his fathom. They have none to lead their business, in which regard, though I do hate him, as I do hell pains, Yet for necessity of present life, I must show out the flag and sign of love, which is indeed but sign, that you shall surely find him, led to the Sagittary, the razed search, and there will I be with him. Farewell.
Farewell. Enter below Brabantio and servants with torches.
It is too true and evil. Gone she is. And what's to come of my despised time is naught but bitterness. Now, Rodrigo, where didst thou see her?
Exclamation marks again.
Oh, unhappy girl! With the Moor, says thou? Who would be a father? How dost thou know 'twas she? Oh, she deceives me past thought. What said she to you? Get more tapers, raise all my kindred. Are they married, think you?
Truly, I think they are.
Oh, heaven! How got she out? Oh, treason of the blood! Fathers, from hence trust in your daughters' minds by what you see them act. Is there not charms by which the property of youth and maidhood may be abused? Have you not read, Rodrigo, some such thing?
Yes, sir, I have indeed.
Call up my brother. Oh, would you had her. Some one way, some another. Do you know where we may apprehend her in the Moor?
I think I can discover him, if you please, to get good guard and go along with me. Oh, me.
Pray you, lead on. At every house I'll call, I may command at most. Get weapons, ho! And raise some special officers of night. On, good Rodrigo, I'll deserve your pains.
Is that so, Brabantaho?
Brabantaho. Excellent.
Oh, God.
End of
Jesus.
Act 1,
Do
Scene
you
1.
want to stay as Iago?
Yeah, and then you can be Othello. That'd be good.
Othello, yeah. Cool. Yeah. Scene 2, another street. Enter Othello, Iago, and attendants with torches.
Though in the trade of war I have slain men, yet do I hold it very stuff of the conscience to do no contrived murder. I lack iniquity. Sometime to do me service, 9 or 10 times, I had thought to've yerked him there, under the ribs, diggity diggity diggity.
'Tis better as it is.
Why is Othello why is he a country singer? I love it, let's stick with it.
Born and bred.
Nay, but he prated, and spoke such scurvy and provoking terms against your honour, that, with the little godliness I have, I did full hard forbear him. But I pray you, sir, are you fast married?
me when I get a boner, I did full hard.
I should bear for him.
And then I pray you, sir.
And then we'll be fast married. Be assured of this, that the Magnifico is much beloved, and hath in his effect a voice potential, as double as the Duke's. What? I can't even remember the voice I was supposed to be doing, but it's kind of evolving as we go. He will divorce you.
That's a fat character arc there.
Yeah, the character arc is symbolic in just the first scene and how different he is from the second scene in terms of how he sounds.
I only read Shakespeare for the plot.
Yeah. The plot is just a picture of, like, Othello, but, like, looking like proper butch and masculine. The Magnifico is much beloved, and hath in his effect a voice potential, as double as the Duke's. He will divorce you, or put upon what restraint or grievance. The law, with all his might to enforce it on, will give him cable.
Cable? Man, them's gonna get their channels, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Let him do his spot. My services which I have done the Signori. I don't know how to say that. Shall outtongue his complaints. I bet they will. 'Tis yet to know, which when I know that boasting is an honour, I shall promulgate. I fetch my life and being from men of royal siege, and my demerits may speak unbonneted to as proud a fortune as this that I've reached. For no Iago, but that I love the gentle Desdemona. I would not my sorry, I just read the line below. I would not my unhoused free condition put into circumscription and confine. Like, it's my eyes just glanced at it, and I was like, "Ooh, hee hee, naughty word," but it's actually not even that. Yeah. Circumscription and confine for the sea's worth. But look, what lights come yond.
What was my voice? Those are the raised father and his friends. You were best to go in.
Not I must be found. My parts, my title, and my
pussy
perfect soul
and my
shall
crack.
manifest me rightly. That is literally it.
My parts, my title.
And my perfect soul shall manifest me rightly. Is it they?
By Janus, I think no.
Enter Cassio and certain officers. Do you want to do Cassio?
Yeah, I can do Cassio.
The servants of the Duke and my lieutenant. The goodness of the night upon you, friends. What is the news?
The Duke does greet you, General, and he requires your post-haste appearance, even on the instant.
Is that meant to be like Boris?
I don't know what I'm doing, to be honest.
I get those vibes. You supine post-platinum... what is it that he says again?
Protoplasmic supine jellies.
Jellies. Invertebrates. Oh, God. Even onions. Oh, yeah. What is the matter, think you?
Something from Cyprus, as I may divine. It is a business of some heat. The galleys have sent dozens secret messengers, this very night at one another's heels, and many of the councils raised and met are at the Duke's already. You have been hotly called for, when, being not at your lodging to be found, the Senate sent about 3 several quests to search you out.
'Tis well I'm found by you. I will but spend a word here in the house, and go with you. Exit.
Ensign, what makes he here? Faith, he's a knight hath boarded a land carrack. If it prove lawful prize, he's made forever. I do not understand. He's married. To who? Married to... Come, Captain, will you go? Your wife, does she go?
Well, won't you go?
Have you seen that? That Monty
What's
Python
that?
sketch?
Where'll she go?
It's this proper, like, typical pub dude coming up to someone, and he just asking loads of questions like, your wife, does she go?
Does she go? Yeah, that's it. Yes,
Yeah,
that was like in the back of my memory.
She goes to lots of places.
She go, yes. That was like in the back of my memory. I was like, what was that?
Have you ever done it?
Done it.
You know, with a lady. Well, as a matter of fact, I have. What's it like?
That's literally like the whole plot of The In-Betweeners, isn't it?
Pretty much, yeah.
Of like Neil.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, hello. Captain, where you go? Have with you.
Here comes another troop to seek for you. It is Brabantio. General, be advised, he comes to bad intent.
Holla! Stand there!
Signor, it is the Moor.
Down with him, thief!
You, Rodrigo. Come, sir. I am for you.
Mr. Speaker, we are for the big.
That's such a niche reference. Nobody's gonna get that.
I keep forgetting which accent I'm doing. Keep up your bright swords, for the Jew will, the Jew will rust them. Good Signor, you shall more command, and with your weapons.
Oh, thou foul thief! Where hast thou stowed my daughter? Damned as thou art, thou hast enchanted her. For I'll refer me to... Ooh,
Enchanted? Come on, man.
Sounds like? It sounds like
What?
Barney from The Simpsons. I fell in the toilet.
hey, Homer!
Oh, it's so good. It's
That's
such a
not
great
bad.
voice.
Do you know what it sounds like?
Excuse me?
Oh, yeah. We had a teacher at school who sounded exactly like that.
Horatio.
Oh, God. My most vivid words that he ever spoke to me were...
There's the door. Out.
You should explain why. he
After,
said
what did
that
I say to
you.
him, Tom?
You were like, you were. So he was looking for his glasses or something, and he was probably like freaking out and stressing out about how he couldn't find his glasses, and you were sat in the front row and just went, "They were delicious." There's the door.
What I love about it is that the thing is that he actually gave me a chance to like change my answer, because he was literally just like, so you know how that look that you can get where they look up at you like with their glasses down like on the bridge of their nose. He did that but without his glasses, so I was thoroughly impressed, and he just said,
Excuse me?
and then I was just like, bitch, do you not hear me? They were delicious. And obviously like I carried on because I have the inability to read the room. I don't think I've ever been able to. And then all of a sudden I was not in that room.
Yeah, you definitely weren't. Oh dear.
Oh Jesus, where? Oh yeah.
For I'll refer me to all things of sense. If she in chains of magic were not bound, whether a maid so tender, fair and happy, so opposite to marriage that she shunned the wealthy killed darlings of our nation, would ever have to incur a general mock, run from her gardoise to the sooty bosom of such a thing as thou, to fear and not to delight. Judge me the world, if 'tis not gross in sense that thou hast practised on her with foul charms, abused her delicate youth with drugs or minerals that weaken motion, I'll have disputed upon. 'Tis probable and palpable to thinking. I therefore apprehend and do attach thee for an abuser of the world, a practiser of arts inhibited and out of warrant. Lay hold upon him if he do resist, subdue him at his peril.
Hold your hands. Both you of my inclining and the rest, were it my cue to fight, I should have known it without a prompter. Where will you that I go to answer this your charge?
To prison, till fit time of law and course of direct session call thee to answer.
What if I do obey? How may the joke be therewith satisfied, whose messengers are here about my side, upon some present business of the state to bring me to him?
Oh, 'tis my true, most worthy signor.
Tis my true.
Fuck. Yeah, fuck.
Come on, first officer.
We'll go with it. 'Tis my true, most worthy signor, the dukes in council and your noble self, I'm sure is sent for.
Scoo!
How? The Duke in council, and this time of the night? Bring him away. Mine's not an idle cause. The Duke himself, or any of my brothers of the state, cannot but feel this wrong as 'twere their own. For such actions may have passage free. Bond slaves and pagans shall our statesmen be.
Yes. Excellent.
What a great scene.
Scene 3.
So, what's that? So that's Othello getting arrested. Othello getting arrested for topping the white U.
Oh, God, yes. Stop. You have violated my daughter. Which apparently violates the law as well.
Sure, yeah. I'd imagine it would.
There is no composition in these news that gives them credit.
Indeed, they are disproportionated. My letters say 107 galleys.
And mine 140.
And mine 200. But though they jump not on a just account, as in these cases where the aim reports, 'tis oft with difference, yet do they all confirm a Turkish fleet, and bearing up to Cyprus.
Nay, it is possible, and after judgment. I do not so secure me in the error, but the main article I do approve in fearful sense.
What ho? What ho? What ho?
When you ask your girlfriend to repeat the question. Got another voice.
A messenger from the galleys.
Now, what's the business?
The Turkish preparation makes for roads, so I was bid
Lana
to
roads.
report here to the state by Signor Angelo.
How say you by this change?
Angelo.
Angelo wants a blow.
I guess we're both senators then, aren't we, babe? This cannot be. By no essay of reason, 'tis a pageant to keep us in false gaze, when we consider the importance of Cyprus to the Turk, and let ourselves again but understand that as it more concerns the Turk than Rhodes, so may he by more facile questions bear it, for that it stands not in such warlike brace, but altogether lacks the abilities of gone Scottish. But Rhodes, in Dresden, if we make thought of this, we must not think the Turk is so unskilful, to leave that latest which concerns him first, neglecting an attempt of ease and gain, to work and wage a danger profitless.
Nay, in all confidence, he's not for Rhodes.
Here is more news. Oh God, is that me again now?
I don't know. I think I
Messenger. Yeah, because I'm doing first senator. Yeah, you go for it.
The Ottomites, reverend and gracious, steering with due course toward the Isle of Rhodes, have there enjointed with an after fleet. Aye, so I thought. How many as you guess? Of 30 sail, and now they do restem their backward course, bearing with frank appearance their purposes towards Cyprus. Signor Montano, your trusty and most valiant servitor, with his free duty recommends you thus, and prays you believe him.
'Tis certain then for Cyprus. Marcus Lucacos. Is not he in town?
He's now in Florence.
Write from us to him. Post, haste dispatch.
Here comes Brabantio and the valiant Moor.
Valiant Othello, We must straight employ you against the general enemy Ottoman. I did not see you, Brabantio. Welcome, gentle signor. We lacked your counsel and your help tonight.
So did I yours. Good your grace pardon me. Neither my place nor aught I heard of business have raised me from my bed, nor doth the general care take hold on me. For my particular grief is of so floodgate and overbearing nature, that it engluts and swallows other sorrows, and it is still itself.
Why, what's the matter?
My daughter, oh, my daughter.
Dead?
Aye, to me. She is abused, stolen from me and corrupted by spells and medicines bought of mountebanks, for nature so preposterously to her, being not deficient, blind, or lame of sense, sans witchcraft could not.
Do you think that Brabantio might be overreacting a little bit?
Just a slight tad.
He needs to go home and play Undertale.
He needs to chill out. This man definitely played through Undertale on like the Have you played Undertale?
No.
So basically, like, it's one of those games where it's like similar with like Dishonored, where depending on like how many enemies you kill, like, you get like different endings. So it's like the kind of high chaos or like low chaos kind of runs.
Mm-hmm.
And Brabantio's killing everyone.
Brabantio after that high chaos.
You know what he's after?
Borga.
Sans witchcraft, it would be. The pee poo poo man.
Whoever he be that in this foul proceeding have thus beguiled your daughter of herself, and you of her, the bloody book of law, you shall yourself read in the bitter letter after your own sense, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think that's meant to be yay?
Yeah, I
Like,
think it is yay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yea, though a proper son stood in your action.
Humbly I thank your grace. Here is the man, this Moor, whom now it seems your special mandate for the state affairs have hither brought.
We're
We
very
are very sorry.
Oh, yeah, that's together, isn't it? We are very sorry for it. Duke of Venice. Okay.
What, in your own part, can you say to this?
Nothing, but this is so.
Here we go.
Baby, lock the door and turn the lights.
Most potent, grave, and reverend senior. My very noble and approved good masters, that I have taken away this old man's daughter. It is most true. True, I have married her. The very head and front of my offending hath this extent, no more. Rude am I in my speech, and little blessed with the soft phrase of peace. For since these arms of mine of 7 years' pith, till now some 9 moons wasted they have used their dearest action in the tented field. And little of this great world can I speak, more than pertains to feats of broil and battle. And therefore little shall I grace my cause in speaking for myself. Yet by your gracious patience I will a round unvarnished tale deliver of my whole course of love. What drugs, what charms, what conjuration, and what mighty magic. For such proceeding I am charged withal. I won his daughter. Times 2.
A maiden never bold, of spirit so still and quiet, that her motion blushed at herself, and she, in spite of everything of years, of country, credits, everything, to fall in love with what she feared to look upon. A
No. Oh, no.
Can you actually imagine if that was in the writing?
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
We're gonna have to be very careful.
It is a judgment maimed and most imperfect, that will confess perfection, so could err against all rules of nature, and must be driven to find out practices of cunning hell. Why this should be. I therefore vouch again that with some mixtures powerful over the blood, or with some dram conjured to this effect he wrought upon her.
To vouch this is no proof, without more wider and first... I cannot England. To vouch this is no proof, without more wider and more overt test, than these thin habits and poor likelihoods of modern seeming do prefer against him.
But Othello, speak, did you by indirect and forced courses subdue and poison this young man's affection? Fuck. Yeah, poison this young man's Oh, that was Freudian. Did you by indirect forced courses subdue and poison this young maid's affections, or came it by request and such fair a question as souls unto soul authoritative?
I do beseech you, send for the man of a lady to the secretary, and let her speak of me before her father. If you do find me foul in her report, the trust, the office I do hold of you, not only take away, I'd love to take away, but let your sentence even fall upon my life.
Fetch Desdemona hither.
Ancient, conduct them, you best know the place. Until she come, as true as to I just realised that Iago literally has been in the scene. He literally came in earlier and didn't say a thing.
Oh, was he?
Literally just,
I didn't even clock.
yeah, he came in earlier with like Brabantio and everyone else.
Yeah, I feel like I should be Desdemona when she comes in later, just so I'm not doing nothing for 2 whole pages.
It's understandable. Until she come, as true as to heaven, I do confess the vices of my blood, so justly to your grave ears I'll present how I did thrive in this fair lady's love, and she in mine.
Say it, Othello.
Oh wow, this is long.
Borger.
This is a big borger.
Oh,
Her father loved me, invited me, still questioned me the story of my life. From year to year, the battles, sieges, fortunes that I have passed, I ran it through even from my boyish days, to the very moment that he bade me tell it, wherein I spake of most disastrous chances, of moving accidents by flood and field, of hairbreadth escapes in the imminent deadly branch, of being taken by the insolent foe and sold to slavery, of my redemption thence, importance in my travels history, wherein of antress vast and deserts idle, rough quarries, rocks and hills whose heads touched heaven. It was my hint to speak. Such was the process, and of the cannibals.
oh hell yeah! Oh, I'm looking forward to
Yes.
you reading the word on the next line.
I've been looking at it whilst we've laughed, and this is no longer a laughing matter.
It's okay.
The anthropophagy?
Dude, I couldn't do any better.
I think that's the best I'll get. The anthropophagy in men whose heads do grow beneath their shoulders. This to hear would Desdemona seriously incline, but still the house affairs to draw her thence, whichever as she could with haste dispatch. She'll come again, and with a greedy ear devour up my discourse, which I observing took one supplying hour, and found good means to draw from her a prayer of earnest heart, that I would my pilgrimage dilate, whereof by parcel she had something heard, but not intentively. I did consent. Good, consent is good. And often did beguile her of her tears, when I did speak of some distressful stroke that my youth suffered. Strokes are not good. My story being done, she gave me my pains a world of sighs. She swore in faith 'twas strange, 'twas passing strange, 'twas pitiful, 'twas wondrous pitiful. She wished she had not heard it, yet she wished that heaven had made her such a man. She thanked me and bade me, if I had a friend that loved her, I should but teach him how to tell my story, and that would woo her. Upon this hint I spake. She loved me for the dangers I had passed, and I loved her that she did pity them. This only is the witchcraft I have used. Here comes the lady. Let her witness it.
Hell yeah, dude. Good
I
job.
think this tale would have...
We got there. It's actually really good practice for
Sight reading.
my Oklahoma. Yeah, because also I'm doing because I'm doing the accent kind of.
Yeah,
So it's actually quite good to get into the
plug it. We'll put a link
yeah.
to buy tickets.
Just link my only. It'll be on my OnlyFans. The entire show.
Oh yeah, we should explain. Earlier today, I asked James what his email address was, and he sent it to me. And then I was like, "Cool, check your email." And I'd set him up an OnlyFans account.
I'm literally like in a Zoom call because I assumed this was going to be about recording this because I thought you were going to like send me a script of what we were going to do, and I'll be like, "Oh, sick, cool." He is organized, and then I'm literally on this Zoom call, like I'm helping out for my friend's dissertation, and I just see like 2 OnlyFans email comes through saying like, "Please verify your email address." It's like Gildy boy. I'm like, well.
Oh my god.
I guess it's official. Oh god. Where are we?
I think this tale would win my daughter too. Good Brabantio, take up this mangled matter at the best. Men do their broken weapons rather use than their bare hands.
I pray you, hear her speak. If she confess that she was half the wooer, destruction on my head if my bad blame, light on the man. Come hither, gentle mistress. Do you perceive in all this noble company where most you owe obedience?
My noble father, I do perceive here a divided duty. To you I am bound for life and education. My life and education doth do learn me how to respect you. You are the lord of duty. I am hitherto your daughter, and here is my husband. And so much duty as my mother showed to you, preferring you before her father. So much I challenge that I may profess, due to the Moor, my lord.
You sound like Mrs. Tomlinson.
Oh, yeah, shall I do it? Shall I do it as a Mrs. Tomlinson voice?
I think you should. It's funny because I wasn't sure which way you were gonna go. I thought you can either actually do like the voice, or I thought you were gonna just be like really butch, like my noble father. I was just waiting.
God be with you. I have done. Please it your grace on to the state affairs. I had rather to adopt a child than get it. Come hither more. I here do give thee that with all my heart, which, but thou hast already, with all my heart I would keep from thee. For your sake, jewel, I am glad at soul I have no other child, for thy escape would teach me tyranny, to hang clogs on them. I have done, my lord.
Let me speak like yourself, and lay a sentence, which as a grise or step, or grise, may help these lovers into your favour. When remedies are past, the griefs are ended by seeing the worst, which later on hope's descent depended. To mourn a mischief that is past and gone is the next way to draw new mischief on. What cannot be preserved when fortune takes, patience her injury a mockery makes. Oh, this guy's got bars.
Hell yeah, dude. Get him on the mic.
What cannot be preserved when fortune takes, patience her injury a mockery makes. The rob, the smile, steals something from the thief. He robs himself to spend the bootless grief.
That must
Drop
have
the
sounded
mic.
so bad because we're not at the same time because of the latency.
Honestly, for me, that was absolutely terrible.
It's so jarring. Like for me, I
I
was
was
perfectly
literally
in
just like-
time with you, but
Yeah. Hopefully, when it actually gets put together, it'll actually be like together.
yeah.
If all goes to plan. Oh god, Brabantio again. Goodness, that voice hurts. Oh.
So let the Turk of
Oh my god. Keep rapping. He keeps talking. He keeps rhyming.
Is he still speaking in tongues?
1, 2, 3 to the 4. So let the Turk of Cyprus us beguile. We lose it not so long as we can smile. He bears the sentence well that nothing bears, but the free hum foot from which thence he hears. But he bears both the sentence and the sorrow. Debt to pay grief must of poor patients borrow. The sentence to sugar or to gall. Being strong on both sides are equivocal. But words of words I never yet did hear. And a bruised heart was pierced through the ear. I humbly beseech you, proceed to the affairs of state.
Wicka, 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 wah, 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 bruh. Fancy yo on the mic, yeah, fuck yeah, fuck yeah.
Now do the Duke of the Venice taking over. Oh, we stopped rhyming, never mind.
It's fucking my man's speaking in blank verse. We can't rap that.
My man's too cool for fucking rhymes.
The Turk with the most mighty preparation makes for Cyprus. Othello, the fortitude of the place is best known to you, and though we have their substitute of most allowed sufficiency, yet opinion. As sovereign mistress of effects, there is a more safer voice on you. You must therefore be content to slubber the gloss of your new fortunes with this more stubborn and boisterous expedition. The tyrant custom, most grave senators, hath made the flinty and steel couch of war. My thrice driven better down, I do agonize at natural and prompt alacrity. I find in hardness, and do undertake these present wars against the Ottomans. Most humbly, therefore, bend into your prostate. I crave fit disposition for my wife. Due reference of place and exit.
Do you know what you saying Ottomites reminded me of? Is I don't know if you've seen the Flat Earth H-Bomber Guy video.
I don't think I have, but
Well,
I might have
there's a guy
bits from it.
and he goes one of his arguments is saying that one of the flat earthers is actually like a secret. She's a woman, and he's saying that she's a secret man, and is like a plant from the CIA to discredit flat earthism. And he says quite possibly the most normal sentence ever, which is, "Yes, the Earth is flat, but you can't take it from these sodomites."
Did you really say it like that?
Yeah, the Earth
Cannot
is
take
flat.
it from the Sodomites.
Oh, it's so good. I'll put a link in the description.
I just love watching like flat earthers because just like every time I feel like a dumbass, I just like, if it makes me feel so much better, it's like the biggest confidence boost.
Yeah, I know. It's so wonderful.
I crave fit disposition for my wife. Due reference of place and exhibition with such accommodation and resort as levels with her breeding.
If you please, be it at her father's.
I'll have not it so.
Nor I.
Nor would I there reside, to put their father in impatient thoughts, by being, in his eye, most gracious Duke, to my unfolding lend your prosperous ear, and let me find a charter in your voice to assist my simpleness.
Is Desmond just saying that she's a basic bitch here?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, you wouldn't have guessed by the voice that I'm giving her.
I guess. Oh. What voice is that again? Oh yeah.
What would you, Desdemona?
That I love the more to live with him. My downright violence and storms of fortune may trumpet to the world. My heart subdued, even to the very quality of my lord. I saw Othello's visage in his mind, and to his honours and his valiant parts did I my soul and fortunes consecrate, so that I, dear lords, if I be left behind, a moth of peace, he go to the war that writes for me. I love him up bereft me, and a heavy interim shall support. By his dear absence, let me go with him.
You frickin' fricks!
When will you learn?
That your dear absence have consequences.
Oh god. I like started to feel it around halfway through, just like getting higher and higher. I was oh no. I was talking about my dick, by the way. Oh my god. Should we, when this is like edited, should we send this to Mr. C?
Oh, fuck yeah. Yeah, we've got to do it.
And he has to use this as like any time they're ever like he's ever teaching Othello again. Instead of like the class reading it out, he's just gonna play this as they go through it.
Or like 5 hours that this will take.
Let her have your voices. Vouch of me, heaven, I therefore beg it not, to please the palate of my appetite, nor to comply with heat the young effects of me defunct, and proper satisfaction, but to be free and bounteous to her mind, and heaven defend your good souls that you think I will your serious and great business scant, for she's with me. No, when light-winged toys of feathered Cupid seal with wanton dullness my speculative and office instruments, that my disports corrupt and take my business, let housewives make a skillet of my helm, and all in dine and base adversities make head against my estimation. Be it as you shall privately determine, either for you her to stay or going, the affair cries haste, and speed must answer it.
You must away tonight.
With all my heart.
At 9 in the morning, here we'll meet again. Othello, leave some officer behind, and he shall our commission bring to you, with such things else of quality and respect as doth import you.
So please your grace, my ancient. Man, he is of honours and trust. 'Tis conveyance I assign my wife, with what else needful your good grace shall think to be sent after me.
Let it be so. Good night to everyone.
To Brabantio.
And noble signor, if virtue no delighted beauty lack, your son-in-law is far more fair than black. Black. Chicka chicka.
Adieu, brave Moor. Use Desdemona well.
Look to her, Moor, if thou hast eyes to see. She has deceived her father, and me thee.
That's a banger. That's a banger of a line. It's such a good line. That's the one like that sticks with me. It's pretty banging.
That's like Brabantio. Brabantio doesn't really come in at all much else, does he?
Not a lot. No, he's pretty.
Most of his...
He just comes in,
drops
one
was like
sick bar, and then
drop
leaves.
the mic.
Yeah.
He dips. That was an ultimate dropping the mic there. Bloody hell. My life upon her faith, honest Iago, my Desdemona must I leave to thee. I prithee let thy wife attend on her, and bring them after in the best advantage. Come, Desdemona, I have but an hour of love, of worldly matters and direction to spend with thee. We must obey the time. Iago.
What sayest thou, noble heart?
What will I do, thinkest thou?
Why, go to bed and sleep.
I will incontinently drown myself.
I never clocked that line when we were doing it before.
I've never noticed that.
God. I'm gonna drown
It's just-
in my own piss, is what he's saying.
So let's just, Iago, what is it, man? What will I do? Go to bed and sleep. I will drown myself. Can you imagine if people actually talks like this?
It'd be amazing. If thou dost, I shall never love after thee. Why, thou silly gentleman?
It is silliness to live, when to live is torment, and then we have a prescription to die, when death is our physician.
Oh, villainous! I have looked upon the world for 4 times 7 years.
Quick maths.
Yeah, that's 94. And since I could distinguish between a benefit and an injury, I never found a man that knew how to love himself. Here, I would say I would drown myself for the love of a guinea hen. I would change my humanity with a baboon.
Very nice. I wish that like people actually like when they actually said how old they were, they would say, "Oh yeah,
I've looked upon the world for 4 times 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
That is me." But it's a bit awkward with like prime numbers though, isn't it? Oh shit, never mind, because you could just do fuck. I take that back. Ignore that. Cut. What should I do? I confess it is my shame to be so fond, but it is not in my virtue to amend it.
No, you had the right idea. Drown yourself. Virtue,
If only.
a fig, 'tis in ourselves that we are thus or thus. Our bodies are our gardens, our bodies are our temples, to the which our wills are gardeners, so that if we will plant nettles or sow lettuce, set hyssop and weed up thyme, supply it with one gender of herbs, or distract it with many, either to have it sterile with idleness.
There are only 2 genders of herbs. Changed my mind.
Manured with industry, why the power and corrigible authority of this lies in our wills. If the beam of our lives had not one scale of reason to pies another of sensuality, the blood and baseness of our natures would be conduct to us most preposterous conclusions, but we have reason to cool our raging motions, our carnal strings, our unbitted lust. Whereof I take this, that you call love, to be a sect or scion.
It cannot be.
It is merely a lust of the blood and permission of the will. Come, be a man, drown thyself, drown cats and blind puppies. I have professed me thy fuck.
That's what it's like to be a man in this day and age. It's the unrealistic expectations of masculinity. Drowning cats and blind puppies.
Wow, it's drowning cats and pups today.
That's really good.
I have professed me thy friend, and I confess me knit to thy deserving with cables of perdurable toughness. I could never better stead thee than now. Put money in thy purse, follow thou the wars, defeat thy favour with an usurped beard. I say, put money in thy purse. It cannot be that Desdemona should continue her love to the Moor. Put money in thy purse. Did you hear me? Nor here's to her. It was violent commencement in her, and thou shalt see an answerable put money in thy purse. These Moors are changeable in their wills. Fill thy purse with money. Maybe if I put it a different way, you'll understand. The food that to him now is as luscious as locusts shall be to him shortly as bitter as coloquintida. She must change for youth. When she is sated with his body, she will find the error of her judge. Therefore, put money in thy purse. If thou wilt needs damn thyself, do it a more delicate way than drowning. Make all the money thou canst, if sanctimony and a frail vow betwixt an erring barbarian and super-subtle Venetian be not too hard for my wits, and all the tribe of hell, thou shalt enjoy her. Therefore, make money. A pox at drowning yourself. It is clean out of the way. Seek thou rather to be hanged encompassing thy joy than to be drowned and go without her.
So basically, don't kill yourself. Get that $1, then kill yourself.
No, I think it's round up all your money, fucking fight for Desdemona's puss, and then kill yourself.
Not before you put thy money in. Put money in thy purse. Put peen in thy puss.
Anyway.
Wilt thou be fast to my hopes, if I depend on the issue?
Thou art sure of me. Go, make money. I have told thee often, and I retell thee again and again. I hate the Moor. My cause is hearted. Thine have no less reason. Let us be conjunctive in our revenge against him. If thou canst cuckold him, thou dost thyself a pleasure, me a sport. He is a liberal cuck, there are many events in the womb of time which will be delivered. Traverse, go, provide thy money. We will have more of this tomorrow. Adieu.
Screw the soy boys. Where shall we meet in the morning?
At my lodging.
I'll be with thee betimes.
Go to, farewell. Do you hear, Rodrigo?
What say you?
No more of drowning, do you hear?
I am changed. I'll go sell all my land.
Thus do I ever
Here we
make
go.
my fool my purse, for mine own gained knowledge should be profane. If I would time expend with such a snipe, but for my sport and profit, I hate the Moor. And it is thought abroad that twixt my sheets he has done my office. Oh shit. Othello boned his wife?
Yeah, man.
Dude. Wow.
But then again, we don't know this for certain. It's he suspects that Othello's
That's
fucked
true,
his
yeah.
wife.
I know not if it be true, but I, for mere suspicion in that kind, will do as if for surety. He holds me well, the better shall my purpose work on him. Cassio's a proper man, let me see now. To get his place I need to plume up my will in double knavery. How? Let's see. After some time to abuse Othello's ears, that he is too familiar with his wife. He hath a person and a smooth dispose, to be suspected, framed to make a woman false. The Moor is of a free and open nature, and thinks men honest, that but seem to be so, and will as tenderly as led by the nose as asses are. I have it. It is engendered. Hell and night must bring this monstrous birth to the world's nights. End of Act 1.
End of Act 1.
Poggers.
Oh, that is poggers.
Poggers.
I just love that soliloquy there. I think it's so good.
Oh, it's a great soliloquy. It's so powerful. It's not too verbose. So like, if you wanted to do it as like a monologue that you have to learn for like an audition or something, it's not too like pretentious and weird that people wouldn't like it. It's good.
Yeah, I thought that I would like be one of the only people doing it, but it turns out a lot of other people had the same idea, sadly. Then again, I think that's literally a case of people just Googling like Shakespeare monologues, and this is one of the good ones to do.
It is a good one.
Just because it is such a
very good one.
It is a really good one.
Well,
Yeah,
that was
it's a banging one.
that was Act 1 of Othello. Join us next time
Yes.
for Act 2.
Yes.